We're here in Bellmoore School in Binbrook talking with head coach Rick Lee from CHCH National Cycling Center Hamilton, where he and some of his team are doing testing of students looking to identify some talent. Rick, can you tell us a little bit about this program? I mean, obviously the kids are having a great time behind you, and hopefully you're going to get some good talents out of it. Can you tell us a little bit about the program, and have you had some luck identifying some talents?
Absolutely, we've had a lot of good young riders come through this program. Saskia Kowalczyk, I guess, is the first one that comes to mind, who won this year's National Time Trial Championship. So, we've had a lot of great kids come through the program, but I think it's more importantly, it's kids just getting involved in the sport, and we're promoting the sport to a much wider audience. This year we will be going to probably about 10,000 kids, so 60 schools and 10,000 kids. So yeah, it's working really well.
Now, in terms of the program, I mean, it looks like you've got some of the current or past members of the CHCH team with Ben Perry and so on here. Is that the way that you try to run it with some past graduates to run the program for you?
Certainly we do, and I think we have funding from Trillium, and plus it's a user pay program, so we like to look after our young athletes and help them with their expenses with the sport. So employing these two young champions is certainly the way we feel to go, and we'll continue to do that.
Okay, so I mean, can you run me through what basically do they do here when you came in with the students? From what I saw, there's a little bit of introduction, and then they get on the bike. So what's happening, and what are you looking for?
Yeah, it's pretty simple. We just come along with 4 compu trainers, and we set up on the stage, and the kids jump on and do a 1 kilometre time trial, a little bit of a downhill, a little bit of uphill, and at the end of it, we just have a look at their times, have a little bit of look at their output and wattage. But really, it's just about their time, their enthusiasm. If they show enthusiasm, their time's okay. We then give them a letter and invite their parents to come along with them to an information evening. And then we just talk about our program, and hopefully some of them will take up the sport.
Okay, well, again, it's a great idea, and obviously the kids are enjoying it, and this is what we need to see some positive reinforcement for cycling.
Yeah, I think it's great, and I think this is where it starts with young kids. And I know we're speaking to people from around the country, and we'd love to see this program implemented right around the country, because I think that's what it needs. We just need to promote the sport in a much more positive way.
We're here at Bellmoore School in Binbrook talking with Andrew Karameth, one of the teachers here, who's been involved in the Team CHCH National Cycling Center in Hamilton's program to identify talent and introduce kids to cycling. So Andrew, can you give us, from your perspective, the value of this program, and what are some of the outcomes that you're seeing from this program?
Sure. Well, the value in itself is just getting the kids active and motivated to maintain a level of activeness in their daily lives, as well as just get them, I guess, exposed to a new sport and a way of sport that contributes to a healthy lifestyle. And we've been doing this for about 2 years now, and it motivates the kids. Once they hear about it coming back that next year, that following year coming up, it motivates them to do better in their scores as well, and inspires them to again, maybe pursue a career in cycling.
So I guess from your perspective, then, the goal isn't necessarily talent idea of somebody who's going to become, the next Ryder Hesjedal professional cyclist, but it's more just making sure the kids remain involved in activity.
Yeah, that's correct. I mean, if it turns out that they end up being an excellent cyclist, that's all the power to them, and that's great. But the goal is to get them involved in a different way of participating in vigorous activity throughout the day.
Great. Well, thanks very much, and hopefully we'll be seeing some good talents coming out of your school.
I'm sure he will. We posted some excellent times, so we'll see.
We're here in Bellmoore School in Binbrook, Ontario, where Team NCCH, National Cycling Centre of Hamilton, is holding tryouts and testing for potential recruits to their cycling program. We're talking with Marissa and Jake, who have been through the program today and have some of the highest scores today. So first of all, before this happened, did you have any idea what was going on, or was this sort of all totally new to you when these guys showed up with bikes on trainers and asked you to ride your guts out for a minute?
Well, last year we also did the trial session, so I kind of knew what was going on. So I expected it to be a challenge, and it's kind of a challenge of endurance and strength.
I expected this today, mostly because last year we had this at our school. They came out, did tryouts, tested us. It's mostly endurance, strength. It's not too far. It's only 1 kilometer.
Now, I mean, you were two of the highest scoring riders, with the lowest times for the kilometer tests at the school today. Are either of you cyclists, or do either of you sort of expect to be able to do this well? Is this something that you were planning or hoping to do well at?
Well, I was hoping to do well because I do a lot of cycling around my house, and I usually go cycling with my friends. So I also had a good time last year, so I expected to do pretty decent this year.
Yes, I did. I expected to do well. I do a lot of sports, and I'm very active. I ride my bike a lot, so I was expecting to do well.
And I mean, are either of you thinking about possibly joining the NCCH program and getting some more training in cycling and potentially even racing, or is this something that was just sort of cool to do, but you won't necessarily go any further with it?
I'm thinking about joining the mountain biking program because I enjoy mountain biking and just kind of riding through nature and experiencing the outdoors.
It was cool, but I don't think I'll be joining. I might join, but if I was to join, I'd do the riding program, like the mountain biking, but probably not. This is cool, though.
So overall, what do you think about the idea of having programs like this where you get a chance to sort of test yourself against other people and other top scorers and just see how you do?
Well, I think it's great. It introduces the sport to people, and it's really great for the sport because everyone gets a chance to try it, and you might discover that you're good at something you never knew you were good at before.
It's fun, it's exciting. You get to try something new that not a lot of people are into, as they said. Not a lot of girls are into this sport, so it gives people and girls chances to join a sport that maybe they weren't good at, but they figured out now that they're good at it.
Great, well, thanks very much, and hopefully we'll see you riding some more.